Jaden Smith, just Jaden Smith, wow. It's the second season for Jaden Smith at Louboutin and he is back at it again. Back at it again. Yes, Jaden Smith, whole world should be red. Whole lot of red, Cardi. Well, anyways, to get to the point, Jaden Smith has another collection for us at Louboutin. But am I late to the party? Yes. Duh. Damn, my bad. But anyways, I'm back at it again, man. The last two videos were very important to me and I wanted to release them as soon as possible so y'all can have some good pieces for the summer. If you'd like to check them out, links are in the description down below or you can just tap here. With that being said, let me introduce myself. My name is Daniel2. For everyone who doesn't know who I am, I make YouTube videos, Instagram videos, and of course TikTok videos about fashion content. If you'd like to check my stuff out, links are all in the description down below. So now that we know each other, well, you know me at least, let's talk about Jaden Smith at Louboutin for the second time. The last video went pretty crazy and I'm thankful for that, so shout out to y'all. So we are talking about the whole thing again. First of all, let's recap the whole thing. Jaden Smith has released 2 collections until now. The first one has been really bad, awful, and just not really worth talking about. But the second one, that's what we are going to talk about in this video. In the first video, we talked about the whole thing, why he got named creative director, why he is a Nepo baby or just a Nepo in general, the whole history of the Maison by Christian Louboutin. So if you'd like to check that video out, you could just tap here or also the link in the video description. Let's talk presentations. For the first time in a long time, damn bro, kind of felt like Drake there. But for the first time in a long time, he has since released a collection trailer for the whole collection. It looks like he wanted to build a story, but the problem is there is no story to the whole story, if you know what I mean. It kind of feels shallow and empty. A good thing about the whole thing is though he built different characters with pretty random items, and all in all being said, I pretty much like the video and the trailer, but it is better than the first collection for sure. Well, at least the trailer. And yes, I said random items because how do you want to tell me that these claw slides are not random? Or like an archer backpack, I guess. Like basically the thing where you keep the arrows. How is that not random? How can this be useful in the day? It's not a wallet, it's not a real backpack. Pretty questionable, but if he would have made a story about the whole thing or basically just laid out the whole thing as a story, well, basically once upon a time there was like this archer and he was pretty cool because he had Louboutins, and then he had to fight evil with his best friends and they all wore Louboutins. That would be something, but there is simply no story. Just random things thrown together and he said that's cool, yeah, that's Louboutin. So let's get down to the actual facts, but before we do that, I have to put on the red cap because this is a video about the whole world is red. Louboutin, whole lot of red. You know what it is. All jokes aside, let's talk about the actual facts. As I said at the start, there is no real story. There's no continuous aesthetic. There is basically nothing. This is just like random things thrown together and that's what he called a day. It's just all over the place and no real continuous line of storytelling. Or even just anything. It's like saying I want this red, I want that red, me red, you red, we all red. Yes, cool, that's that. But no, that's not how it works. He also contradicted himself more or less when he said this is a shoe that is pretty much surrealistic.
This is what I would refer to as more of like the avant black tie or a surrealist formal, where it becomes psychedelic a little bit.
And in another video he said
it's a shoe that would be for like the eldest son, you know? So the eldest son might wear this shoe because he says, man, I'm not even next in line. My dad's the next one in line. I still have things to learn. I can wear a shoe like this, right? But the youngest son might wear a shoe like this and say, oh, I'm going to a black tie event. And, you know, dad said that I need to do this, that, and the third, but I still want to express myself and let people know that I'm different from my older brother and from my dad, my grandfather, so I'm going to wear these shoes as an act of, you know, rebellion or something like that. When his older brother might be wearing shoes like this, like, hey, I'm going to wear something that's nice and different, but my shoe is in the shape of a normal shoe, and I'm here at this black tie event, and I'm different, I'm expressing myself, but not so much as maybe my younger.
This could be perceived as just storytelling, but honestly, what family do you know that is like a normal middle-class family where the eldest son buys Louboutins and the youngest son buys also Louboutins because he wants to be rebellious and wears these to a black tie event, and the father wears like the classic Louboutins? Like, something ain't working. Another problem is also it just gives off LARP vibes. He is LARPing as a creative director, trying to be a thing that he really isn't, or better said, he's trying to be someone that he isn't, and because of of that, he tries to be overly deep about things. For example, the shoes. The eldest son wears this, the youngest son wears this, and the father wears this. Like, nah. Or just flip-flops. It's just flip-flops, bro. You can't even convince me to buy Christian Louboutin flip-flops because you said you feel more grounded to the ground and you are more, like, grounded, you know?
You have a go-to shoe in the collection. These flip-flops, man. I love the summer and I love leisure. Your feet are disconnected from the ground. And the closer your feet get to the ground, the more grounded you begin to feel. And it's like the spiritual technology just putting your feet in the ground. Flip-flops makes it so much easier to spend a day being grounded and to really feel the earth beneath you and to just kick them off and to really touch the ground for a second and put them back on. I feel like us as humans, we need more of that interaction with the ground. It's really seriously.
It's not that deep, bro. Fuck's sakes. It's just flip-flops. You can't convince me to buy Christian Louboutin flip-flops for I don't know how much amount of dollars when I can get those from the street for a few bucks. And in my opinion, there were also a lot of copies. For example, Balenciaga. The first time when I saw the trailer, it really felt like I am watching a Balenciaga show just because of these shoes. Or even from the last season, the shoes with the holes. Off-white straight up. And for example, these shoes, I think they're pretty cool, but it just gives off a CDG vibe. And trust me, it's not cool when your brand gives off another brand's vibes. And copying things and calling it your own, shit, man, I know about the whole thing, gang. Well, that's just me though. But as I said, I like the design of the shoes. Question is, will they crease so I can normally walk in them and not have like cement of bricks on my feet? The designs really look uncomfortable and you can even see the models struggling to walk in those bear claws slides, I guess you could call them.
These are the swag millennials.
Thanks, Jaden. I like the shoes, don't get me wrong, but it's just really questionable. If you would have asked me what the main mission is of putting Jaden Smith at Louboutin, shock value, because when you design certain things and you want to build a world, you have crazy items but they are uncomfortable and they are assured to get the press to you. That's the whole job, getting the press to you, trying to get some money out of the whole thing, trying to convince people to buy your stuff. A lot of people compare Jaden Smith to Virgil Abloh and they say, okay, well, Virgil Abloh doesn't have a fashion degree either, and he was creative director at Louis Vuitton and also had Off-White. Well, yes, but he had a message. Virgil had a mission. His mission was to inspire. His mission was to get you to think for yourselves, make stuff yourself. Whereas Jaden Smith just paints his face red and calls it a day. Maybe there is a mission, maybe there is a message in it, but I don't see it. I genuinely don't see it. So all in all being said, is it better than the last season? Yes. But it's still pretty embarrassing to call yourself a creative director at Louboutin and putting out these things. If you ask me what he should have done different, alright, hold on, he wants to build a world, okay, that's good. So if you want to build a world, you have to build an aesthetic. If you want to have an aesthetic, you could also build a story around that aesthetic. Instead of chasing shock value and also the press and the eyes of people online, why not actually take up the craft and actually study the whole thing? I get that Jaden Smith is best friends with Christian Louboutin, but that doesn't mean he can just relax and lie back and let others do the whole work. And in the end, stand in front of the camera and say, this cap, yes, this cap is very red. It almost, if you wear this cap, you are almost connected to the whole red movement. Like you are almost completely red. And if you are red, you are also connected to the universe because this cap connects you to the universe. It gets to a point where it's not funny anymore and just sad. It's sad to see that people that have actual talent don't get the positions, but rather just people that are friends with the owners, that have good connections, that are nepos. There is improvement, yes, but there is a lot to be done and a lot to be changed. But what do you think about Jaden Smith being at Louboutin? Do you still think it's absolutely awful and just like, what the fuck is he doing there? Or do you think he has actually improved himself and tries to be somehow a creative director at Louboutin? Let me know in the comments down below. I appreciate you, gang, because, oh my days, hold on, let me check actually. We have 1,469 subscribers right now. Thank you. Oh shit. Oh! Nah, gang, that shit crazy, bro. Nah, for real. Thank y'all so much for the support over the last few weeks. My TikTok has been struggling, but the YouTube videos, oh my days. I really appreciate each and every one of you. Damn, I can't even, bro, it feels like I'm saying this every time I record a video. Like, I appreciate each and every one of you, but I really appreciate you, gang. Having this amount of people just watching me, or just knowing that people actually care about the videos, care about me, care about what I be talking about on this channel is just insane. I'm really thankful thankful to each and every one of you. Whether you are commenting or just watching the whole video. Thinking back a year ago, I used to dream about being in the position I am in now. And now look at me. Having y'all as a community is just amazing, and I'm really thankful for that. So thank y'all once again for this amount of subscribers. Like, damn. Oh shit. Okay, I should probably stop jumping around. But anyways, gang, if you have any topics you would like me to talk about, you can also just write it in the comment section down below. You can also just write it in the comment section down below and just let me know. It doesn't have to be this video. You can just write it also on the shorts comments. You are the community, the best community I can have. And knowing y'all are out there and just watching my videos, shit, man, you got me blushing. Ooh. Anyways, gangsy, thank y'all very much for watching. I really appreciate you. And I hope you have a wonderful day, a wonderful week, or even just a wonderful month and even summer. I'll see you guys again in 2 weeks. Have a great week, have a great day, and even have a great month, have a great summer, just be great. Oh my days, you are so great. Drink water, do drink water. My name is Daniel too, and I love you, and I'll see you guys again in 2 weeks. Bye bye, bye bye. Ah, Digga, fucking bitch, bro. Oh my days, oh my fucking days. Bist du eine Jaden Smith, Digga! Jaden Smith, Land Smith, wo ist Smith?